website, bobweberautomark.com. We could save you between $5,000 and $10,000 on your next almost new car purchase. Hi, I'm Matt Collins. I'd like to welcome you to Bob Weber Auto Mart on Douglas Avenue here in Racine, across from Douglas Park. We specialize in 1-year-old, low mileage, almost new cars. And if you'd like to stop by and see them, or see them on our website, bobweberautomark.com, we could save you between $5,000 and $10,000 on your next almost new car purchase.
Welcome into another fabulous edition of Sports Junkies, talking Preps basketball. I'm Steve Sparky Fifer from Sports Radio 1250 WSSP, co-host of the Wendy's Big Show. He, of course, is Gery Woelfel of the Racine Journal-Times. Catch all of his great work here at RacineSportsZone.com. Last week you were off.
You are so complimentary.
Yeah, I know.
How come every time I hear you on the radio, though, you're ripping everybody?
You kind of look like you're wearing a Cosby sweater today.
I do. I got this the other day, and it's like, hey, I gotta,
Did you pay money for it?
This is one of Cron Butler's sweaters.
Sure it is. Okay, let's talk about the girls' brackets on the high school side of things. And we'll start off, obviously, with Division I. Racine Case is the 4 seed going up against number 5 seed Greenfield, I should say. That game coming up on Friday night, March 7th. Obviously, like Case in that matchup, and then they'll have to play, more than likely, the number 1 seed Oak Creek just a day later on Saturday night.
Yeah, Case has shown flashes throughout the course of the season. They've been kind of up and down, but they're playing well now at the right time. And Floyd has had a terrific year. If she gets hot, I think they could be a little surprise team here.
Yep, so Case will probably advance there. The other lower portion of that bracket, Racine Park at home against West Allis Hale, the 6 seed, 3-6 matchup. And then the 7 seed Racine Horlick takes on the number 2 seed Franklin. I think Park advances. What kind of chance does Horlick have against Franklin?
Not very good.
No.
It's been a rough year for the Rebels.
It was a rough year last year, too.
It was. Their program has been young the last couple of years, and who knows? I think maybe next year you'll see a breakthrough with them, but right now they just don't have the horses to go very far in the tournament.
Park is a 3, Case is the 4. Which one is the stronger of the two teams?
You would think Park, based on records, they're 10-10 for the season, and I think Case is like 6 and whatever. So you would think that would be the case. But
Case is playing better right now.
Case is playing better. I think it's a toss-up game. But again, Park, I'll tell you what, Morales has had a terrific year. She's a senior guard, and she's averaging around 13 points a game. And the other thing I like about them, they got some nice balance. They got 2 or 3 other girls that can score. So, again, a lot of these teams that are just like, average, they can play well for one night. If they get hot, who knows? They could pull the upset.
All right, moving on to Division II. It's Burlington, the 8 seed at home, coming up on Tuesday night, March 4th, against the number 9 seed Elkhorn. The winner takes on Wilmot. If Burlington wins, it ends against, obviously, Wilmot.
Yeah, Burlington, I'll say this. Ellen Stang is probably the most underrated girls player in the county.
Really?
Oh, without a doubt. She's had a terrific season. Kind of has flown under the radar. I think she's one of the top 10 scorers in the county, but she is the county's leading rebounder. So it tells you that, hey, she plays both ends of the floor.
Another matchup, Union Grove, the 4 seed, going up against the 5 seed Greendale. The winner of that game is more than likely going to get Wilmot, the 1 seed.
My man, Coach Rob, has them going. Went through the last 4. I think they're peaking at the right time. Again, this is another team that has had peaks and valleys, but right now it seems like they got their act together. And if you're looking for a team that could maybe surprise some people, this might be it.
It's just like college basketball to a certain degree. If you look at, say, the Michigan State Spartans, every year they're ranked high. And darn near every year they start off slow. And Izzo's upset at this. Izzo's upset at that. And by the time we get coming into the Big Ten tournament and making our way to the March Madness, Michigan State's a steamroller, and they're rolling over people. And at the beginning of the year, you're like, it's never going to happen. I think now people are realizing, there's a method to the madness for Izzo.
You are no longer Sparky. You're Sparty.
Whatever. But, if you look at Case and Union Grove, those are 2 examples of teams that maybe during the regular season, if it would have been played 2 months earlier, may not have had a chance. But now you get towards the end of the season, and now we get to state tournament time, and they're playing their best basketball.
Yeah, and they have 2 really nice players, Hartle and Goodrich. Both of those are basically double-digit scores. So, if they play well on the same night, they got a shot.
Waterford plays host to the winner of the Delvin-Darien-Milton matchup. They're the 2 seed. And then more than likely, if seeding's held up, they get the 3 seed McFarland.
That is the team I'm really curious to see how they do. Waterford, everybody knows about Prairie and so forth, but Waterford could be the team that maybe goes deeper than anybody expects.
Really?
Dina Brechtel's done a terrific job, and they've won 4 of their last 6 games.
So they're rolling too.
Yeah, so they're peaking at the right time. And those 2 games that they lost in that stretch, I think it was 4 points each, so they could conceivably be on a 6-game winning streak.
Now, so keep an eye on Waterford. Gary likes Waterford going forward. Moving on to Division 4, Racine Lutheran, the 5 seed against the 4 seed Racine St. Cats. All right, buddy, who you got in that one?
Unfortunately, no, I'm not going to say unfortunately. Racine Lutheran started the season. Remember this? They got off to a terrific start. I think they were like 4-1 or something at one point. They've kind of hit the skids last month or so. I don't know if they can turn it around at this point or not. I mean, St. Catherine's certainly is the much more talented team. So
St. Cat's.
So St. Catherine.
But then they play Prairie.
Then it's Prairie. I mean, again, St. Catherine's is a team that at different times in the season has looked really good. They got some nice players. The problem is they're running into the best team in the state in Prairie.
Best team in the state?
In their division.
It's going to be interesting because Dominican is the 1 seed up on top, and these 2 little like mini brackets that they have set up here on the girls' side. And you say obviously they get past Dominican.
I think they do. I mean, simply because they got Gabby Ortiz, and they got a great supporting cast.
Absolutely.
I mean, they got 4 or 5 girls that are really solid players. And let's face it, if Ortiz gets going, and I think she will, the only problem,
a 30-plus point game the other night.
The only thing I'd suggest to Gabby is don't get too geeked. I saw her in the tournament last year, and she tried so hard, she pressed, and it backfired. I mean, just go out and play her game, and she'll be fine.
Yep. Division 5 matchup: Burlington Catholic Central, the 8 seed against Blackhawk. It's been fun seeing Burlington Catholic Central.
The coach of that team used to be one of my Journal Times colleagues. So Susie, hang in there. Better days are ahead.
Yeah, you're not
for the
winning
Lady
that.
Toppers.
Probably not going to win that one, though. He is Gery Woelfel of the Racine Journal-Times. I'm Steve Sparky Fifer for another edition of Sports Junkies, the Preps edition. Now, this important message from Gery Woelfel. Gary?
It's very, very important.
Yeah.
Have you reviewed your insurance policy?
I have.
Okay. If not, you could be missing out on some huge savings.
Could
Steve Fifer, you could. The father of
me,
my guy, and Shannon Fergus Munns of Farmers Insurance are happy to help with a free needs analysis. Call 652-8088, and nobody put down the area code, but
it's 262.
It's 262 for a free in-home consultation to review auto, home, life, and even Medicare supplement coverage. Steve Fifer Farmers Agency is a company you can trust. You can second that, right?
Yeah.
Call today. Again, that number is 262-652-8088.
Now, by next week, I expect you to have this memorized. All right, sounds good.
The first 3 words.